It is time for another daily YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. Today we are back in City Skylines in the Lost Valley, and today is all about detailing. I normally do my detailing off stream, but I thought, hey, let's do it on stream today. And yeah, you guys can see how I do it, and maybe you guys will like it. Let me just pop into the game here. I was just sitting here just watching my trains go back and forth. I just love sitting here and watching this. Hello to everybody in chat. I see V5 is in chat. Liam is in chat. How's it going? Greg is in chat saying howdy. Yeah, so normally detailing, I don't think detailing is as exciting as the other aspects of the game, and so because it's a little bit more boring, I don't usually do streams about detailing. I've done streams about detailing in the past, and I just always felt like they were my boring streams. So I'm not hyping up this stream very much, am I? Anyway, well, we're gonna do. I'm gonna try and not get distracted in today's stream and just focus on one area and detail it up. Yeah, and so that's the stream for today. It's gonna be fun. V5 says, apparently I have a budget at work, which no one told me about, so I went to look over the history of the account. There are a bunch of purchases with no approvals for them. Oh my goodness. Liam says, I watched another episode of Star Trek TNG. I'm starting from the beginning. Oh, nice, man. So are you gonna go through all the seasons? That's so much fun. Yeah, I want to do that again. I did that like a while ago. Yeah, I actually started like, I actually like started buying the episodes, and then I would like watch them. Like I would buy like the seasons, and then I would watch the shows. This was before they were available on streaming, so this must have been like 10 years ago. Yeah. So, but that's always fun. Liam says, I'm going to watch all 7. Greg says, Farpoint. B5 says, you buy episodes? This was like 10 years ago. This is before you could stream them. Liam says, it's back when they had 26 episodes per season. Weren't those the good days? I mean, I miss those days of television where a season was 26 episodes. These days, you're lucky if you get a season with 10 episodes. That's a long season. Oh, yeah, those were the days. Anyway, before we get started, let's go back to the festival area. See, I'm already getting distracted, but I wanted to check on our parking garage, and oh my goodness, look at the parking garage is full of cars. That is wild. And it looks like a bunch of the cars have died down over here. So maybe a lot of them were looking for parking spots. And it looks like a bunch of parking spots have opened up in here too. So yeah, this looks like it was a really good addition. And we could probably put another one in here. Although I think this looks a little bit more, this looks a lot more balanced than it used to be. So I think we're going to call this like, I think we'll call this good. I just think that was a good change. Oh no, we have our shadow of our balloon going over here. Did you guys hear about the balloon over Hawaii? There's another spy balloon. Now, the government has said they don't know that it's China or what. They don't know where it's from. But who else would this spy balloon be from? Of course it's from China. And of course they're flying over Hawaii so they can scope out all of our military bases there. We have a lot of military presence in Hawaii. In fact, if I remember correctly, that's how World War II started. I'm a little worked up over this balloon story. I can't believe there's another one and we're doing nothing about it. Nothing. But my balloons in this city are much nicer. See, we got these like nice balloons here. No spy balloons are allowed in my city. Greg says, Q. V5 says, not sure what to do about unapproved purchases with no receipts entered into the ledger. Greg says, oh boy, the farm metro. Yeah, we're not going to do the metro today. That is too much stress for me to handle today. Liam says, you can detail the festival area with a metro. Greg says, you need more cheese, parking. Liam says, V5, reprimand them. Cheese farm. Liam says, just nuke China and Russia and North Korea. V5 says, I think I'm supposed to report them to the comptroller, but not sure how big a deal this kind of thing is. I'm not an accountant. Okay, well, let's move forward. Oh, something else that we talked about yesterday is we talked about my statistics, and my path units are like almost at 100% capacity already. It's like almost there. So this is so bizarre too, because nothing else is increasing to this extent. Like vehicles aren't doing this, people aren't doing this. So I'm thinking there's some like broken paths or something. So I'm gonna try something. I did a little research, and there's a feature of Traffic Manager Presidential Edition mod, which is, you know, how I control the traffic. If you go under, you have all these tabs here. If we go under maintenance, there's a tool here to just reset stuck sims and vehicles. And I'm just wondering if there's a bunch of broken paths out there. And so I'm going to reset these guys. If anything's stuck or broken, it should reset. And I'm just hoping that that fixes our issue. So we're going to keep an eye on our paths and see if that does anything. So we'll let this run and just see what we got to do. Anyway, today we're focusing on the area that we worked on yesterday, which is this kind of area over here by the stadium. And look at this lovely area. It looks so nice. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. But there is no detailing. You can see there's a bunch of grassy lawns throughout here. And one of the biggest things that I think makes a difference between just a mediocre area and an area that really pops is if you spend time detailing. So we're going to spend about an hour detailing these two blocks here. So this block, oh no, yeah, so it's like this is a block, and then this is a block. We're going to detail all of these. Gosh, I hope we can do this all in an hour. Well, we're going to try. Oh, and look, there's our blimp. It flies right over the stadium. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but yeah, I did the blimp path, so it goes right over the stadium. That's so cool. I should have taken a screenshot of that. Liam says, use trees to block the sound. It works. Liam, it does not work. It does not work. Look at this. I have trees all along the freeway. Does it block the freeway noise? No, it's still really noisy. Look at all this noise around here. The trees do nothing. I really think this tree thing is an urban legend. I think somebody made up this idea that trees block the noise in city skylines, and it's just a myth that doesn't work. Greg says, what's the code word for monorails? Liam says, you need more trees. Greg says, more trees. Yes, we will put more trees in here for sure. Liam says, you need a monorail to the festival area. B5 says, monorails are classic gadget bombs for festival areas like them parks. V5 says, Biffa did a test with the trees and the noise, and it did work. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Let's start with this building here. Because this building here, I'm looking at this, and I think that this would be a great spot to have, like, colorful tiles. I mean, this is a really kind of unique looking corner here, and we have so many great tiles. Yeah, let's just use something that would just make this really stand out here. Decals. Let's see what we got. So we have let's check something on something really colorful. You know what? What's this? High level tiling. Oh, those are nice. Yard tiles. Then these are the parks tiles, which are nice. These are the street. Oh, shoot. I just messed. Oh, gosh. I just messed up my order. Okay, here are the colorful tiles. Let's look at the colorful tiles. Maybe we can use some of these. Yeah, a lot of these we haven't used yet. Ooh, this one is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm feeling this one right here. This is a nice, like, really decorative tile. Yeah, I kind of like that. You know what would be cool? If we use this for, like, the entrances. Whenever there's, like, a door going out into the street, I think that would be a lot of fun. What else do we have? This one is also really cool. Oh, and this one too. Yeah, I really like that one. You know what's cool too is this one. This is the tile that came with the Parks DLC. This is the zoo tile. And it's like a brick pattern that's really very detailed. I kind of like this. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to use the line tool, go into fence mode, pop these down. No, we want the bricks. Yeah, okay, so we're in fence mode. So we're going to go to the edge here. And do a line of these all the way to the corner. Get that lined up like this. And then we're going to grab all of them. Oh, wait, we just want to grab decals. We're going to grab all these decals. And then slide them over so they're right at the corner. Yeah, that is lined up pretty nicely. All right, then we're going to copy and paste this over. We're going to hold control so we can line them up pretty nicely here. And just put a bunch of them in a line. And we're going to go all the way around the building. We want everything. I want these bricks covering everything. Oh, shoot, it looks like we missed a tile somewhere. Don't know how that happened. But we can fix that. All right, so we're going to take that copying off. We're going to put a new tile in here. Just fill in this gap. Don't know what happened here. It's okay, we can fill it in, no problem. Oh, it's hard for me to see what is going on here. There we go. That looks nice. All right, so we have this nice brick pathway all along this building. Then on top of this, we can throw in our other tile just to give it this nice pop of color going into the building. Oh, look, it's not going to really show up well, though. Let's try it. Oh, we can't page it up because it's a decal. Shoot. Well, how does that look? You know, the bricks look pretty nice. You know what? We might just leave it with the bricks. I was trying to do the thing where, you know, we would have something different in front of every door, which we could still do, but I'm kind of liking the bricks. I think it looks nice. I think what we'll do is we'll make this look fancier with, like, planters and stuff. Yeah, we'll just add some planters along here and make it look pretty fancy. So, some planters I've been using that look really nice. I have all of these great planters. These are made by Avanya. Avanya has a whole set of different planters, and they're so easy because they're just so beautiful. You can just stick them down, and they're just so simple and quick. It's really nice to have, like, quick and easy planters. V5 says, I have also tested the tree noise things. It will not get you to 0, but it will reduce it significantly. You guys, I have all of these trees here. It does not block any noise. I got trees everywhere. There's noise everywhere. I got so much trees, it's ridiculous. Liam says he doesn't like cheesecake. I'm not a big fan of cheesecake either. Liam says, did I tell you the oxtail soup I made was a hit? Everyone who tried it rated it an A+. B5 says that was a week or more ago. That was when I got on Discord just to see your soup. Liam says yes, it was. B5 says you need trees in depth. Selying said, oh, Selying's in chat. Hey, man. He said, did hear about the Bed Bath & Beyond going out of business in Canada and USA, and Canadian Tire has purchased 10 leasing from one of 2 companies, not yet determined which company of the 2 they purchased from, what locations. V5 says, trees over a distance in depth. Greg says you need more trees. Liam says there's gaps in your trees. Okay, so we need to add some planters here. So let me grab out my planters, and I think what will look best probably is we have these planters here. If we can put these in like a line, that might look pretty cool. Oh, and you know what else? There's this planter, which is like a, so these are like hexagon planters. This planter is like a bunch of hexagons together. We could use this over here in the corner and it just fits in like perfectly. That is awesome. So we'll have that in the corner, and then we'll put a bunch of planters in a line like down here. Just like that. And then what you can do is you can use Move It. These all function as buildings, so I'll use Move It. I'll just grab all these planters, and you can use Move It to line up objects, and it spaces them all out perfectly. That is pretty cool looking. All right, so we had our nice boring sidewalk, and now we have trees and planters. And aren't those beautiful? And actually the planters match the tiles on the ground. That is pretty slick. Pretty slick. Are these planters brick as well? Oh, they are. Nice. Now, I imagine some benches would look nice out here. So let's throw in some benches. I have so many types of benches. We should probably use... Oh, these are nice. I haven't used these at all. Those are the zoo benches. These are the trade school benches. Those look very uncomfortable. University bench. Liberal arts bench. Oh, those look really nice. You know, I've never really used these, like, fancier benches. But we use some of these. We could always, like, mix it up and use a bunch of different kinds of these benches. Unused, unused. Yeah, there's all these benches that came with the Pedestrians and Plazas DLC. You know what? I like these. I'm just going to use these. So let me just grab these, and I'm going to throw a bunch of them down here. Which direction is this facing? It's facing the wrong direction. Yeah, so we'll just throw a bunch out here. Throw some little benches there. We'll throw some more benches over here. One over there, and one over here. We'll throw some more in here. These look a little lonely by themselves. So 2 right there. And 2 like that. That looks good. And then let's put some trash cans out here. Trash cans. We'll use... which ones? Oh, let's use these ones. No, let's use this ones. These are the university trash cans. So we throw it right there and right over here. Throw this one right here and this one kind of down over here. It's looking nice. Yeah. So this is looking like it's a not really nice looking street. You got the trees on this side, the bushes on this side, some parking on either side of the road. That is looking really sweet. All right, let's look at this building here, because I love this building. Oh, and look at this. People are starting to use the pathway underneath the building that we put in. That is so cool looking. Yeah, so right here, we have this little sliver. I don't want to put too many like tall trees in here because I don't want to block the view of anything. But I feel like this is the perfect spot to use young linden. This is one of everyone's favorite trees, but it's just such a beautiful looking tree. And it's short and doesn't like block too much of the view. So this would be like perfect in here. Just have a row of these young lindens. So let's throw this. Oh, those are big trees. Okay, that is too many. No! Oh, shoot. I accidentally clicked it. It's not a problem. Just delete it like that. Let's go back, and we're going to turn off fence mode. Space these out a little bit further. Yeah, something like this, I think. It's almost perfect. Put a line of trees in there. And I think these young lindens are nice because there's a bigger version of these called adult linden. Let's see, how big is the adult linden? linden tree. So this is the adult version. And it's such a beautiful looking tree. But yeah, maybe over here we could throw in some adult linden trees. And it kind of connects with these trees over here. Maybe it's the same landscaper who did both of these areas. These trees and these trees, just looking really great. And that creates a really nice area for this like outside pool here. It's like you're surrounded by greenery while you're up here. It looks really nice. And it kind of hides the ugly parking lot. You don't really want to see that over there from that pool deck. Now this deck on the rooftop here, this is kind of cool because you can see just a little bit inside the stadium. So that's kind of exciting. V5 says, has anyone ever shopped at Bed Bath & Beyond? Greg says he's ignoring us. I'm not ignoring anybody. V5 says, I don't think I've ever set foot in the place. I've shopped at Bed Bath & Beyond. Not a whole lot, because I don't really buy that much of that kind of stuff. Sellying says they bought them to expand Pro Hockey Life by relocating stores or adding new ones. Greg says, yes, me and my wife have shopped there. V5 says, I don't know if it's ever been an option for me. Sellying says the other store is called Bye Bye Bay. That's owned by Bed Bath & Beyond. It's also closing. Liam says, brick and mortar stores are relics. If you don't have an online presence, you die. V5 says, Liam, I think grocery stores will persist for a long time in brick and mortar form. Liam says, I think stores are price gouging. V5 says, I'm not going to order an apple online or a salmon. Liam says, I'm talking about retail. V5 says, I've never successfully purchased boots online. Greg says, Amazon has put their fresh food and whole food expansions on hold. Sorry, Amazon Fresh. Liam says, your feet are probably not normal. V5 says, you're assuming feet are normally distributed. Liam says, I mean the average shoe sizes. My feet aren't average either. They usually don't have mine in stock. I have to order mine. V5 says, the average is only relevant if shoe sizes are the same across different manufacturers and those sizes are normally distributed. I find significantly large standard deviation in show. Selling says it's produced Bye Bye Baby, not Bye Bye Bay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never shopped at Bye Bye Baby. Okay. Now we have this beautiful path here. And something I love to do with paths is I love to line paths with flowers in this game. And it's an instant way to make your paths really look special. So, and a flower I think looks really good to do this with is, I have these tulips. And they're very small, but I have all these different colors, so I can use any color I wanted. Let's use these blue ones. Use the blue ones. Get a line going. Those look really dark, don't they? Oh no, they're not bad. It's just because it's in the shadows. Yeah, that looks really nice. Okay, so we'll just do a little line along here. We'll do it on the other side. Like that. And look at the instant difference. Instantly, it looks really special. Now, in here, this is obviously a really cool looking like courtyard area. We got to do something special in here. So let's start by putting maybe like a really cool tree in here. we got to use our beautiful bloomin' jacaranda tree. So we're going to put one of these in here. Just a nice, beautiful jacaranda tree. And then let's maybe put in a giant oak tree right in here. So you have these big, beautiful trees in that courtyard. Doesn't that look great? Now we can use move it. And move it, I can spin these around just so it's in the exact right order that I want. Or facing the direction I want. That's what I mean. I kind of want it facing that direction. Is that the direction I had it? I think that's how I had it. Oh well. Well, it's nice. I like it. I can also increase or decrease the size of these trees. So I can just make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to do the same thing for this as well. This is a little bit bigger than the game normally does it, but these are pretty large spaces, and I want these to be pretty grand looking trees. Yeah. Oh, that looks fantastic. And maybe we could even have some tables under the trees. No, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this as an open lawn. I think that would be nice. Oof. We do have a garage back here, though. So we probably should draw in some access to this garage. So let's do that. Let's use surface painter and some pavement. Now, luckily, I have this lined up with the map grid. So we can just add like a line of pavement really pretty easily in here. So that will look like there's access to this garage entrance. We can connect it up back to here, just like that. So that looks pretty cool. So they can just drive on back here and access not only the garage, but also the backstage area for this fan zone, which is pretty cool. Oh, and look at, there's even like gate access back here. All right, so we're going to leave these lawns. But I think it would be good. These are kind of like, I don't know if I want to leave this open. This is kind of like private property here. These are condos, right? Yeah, these are big condos. So, I mean, these guys would want a little bit of privacy. So let's find a cool, like, gate to kind of gate this off. Because this is obviously a pretty high traffic area through here. Let's give these guys just a little bit of privacy and gate this off. We'll leave this open here so that these guys can walk to these shops. Because this looks like a main entry door here. So leave this open so they can walk to these shops. Let's also put in some more of these down over here. Let me grab this. Grab this building. We'll copy it and throw it down right over here. We can get 2 more of these. Just like that. That looks nice. And then let's look for some gates. Liam says, it's not bye-bye baby, it's bye-bye gone. Liam says, Zach, I told you the balloons are extraterrestrial probes. Man, speaking of aliens, I saw a video today on Twitter about aliens, and it made it seem like they're so real. Apparently, there was this crash, this alien spaceship that crashed in Brazil. Have you heard about this? Not that long ago. And this documentary filmmaker went and made a documentary of all of these people who gave like eyewitness remarks about this alien ship that crashed in their little Brazil village, and these people are like talking about the aliens walking around their village, and like it's like wild stuff. Like, oh my goodness, I think the aliens are here, guys. I saw it on Twitter. B5 says the courtyard needs paths, benches, pergolas, and a fountain. I don't know if I want to put all that in here. I kind of like this being like an open lawn area. The thing is, you know, like things have like lawns in real life. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like this being an open lawn. B5 says an open lawn is a waste unless people can use that lawn in some way. Liam says, should I eat my apple pie or save it till tomorrow? B5 says, eat the apple pie tomorrow is never guaranteed. Or eat the apple pie tomorrow is never guaranteed. Liam says, what, the bling blong? Where are you saying that for the aliens? Greg says, eat the apple pie with vanilla ice cream. B5 says, aliens like from Haiti? Wait, no, aliens from outer space, B5. Selling says, how are you going to finish all of City Skylines when City Skylines 2 is just around the corner? But we have a couple months, Selling. It's not going to be out until at least another month. Liam says, I heard that there was a lot of spaceship sightings from Brazil. Yeah, you know, there's all of these, there's all the new content creator packs that are coming out this month, right? So those are coming out like the 21st or the 25th or something. And then, so, you know, it's at least going to be another month after those are released before the new game is released. So we probably have like 2 months at the least, if not more. And it's probably going to be pushed back and all this kind of stuff. So we have time, guys. Now, this is a really nice looking fence. This is Soldine's iron fence. Yeah, I really like this. This looks really nice. So let's use this. Ooh, and this comes with a nice long segment, which will make this easier. Now, I actually don't have to wiggle this around. I can just use the line tool, fence mode. Why is it doing that? Well, yeah, so we can use this all the way down. We'll just do it to like here. And then we'll switch to this one. We'll have it come out right there, and we'll have it come out on this side. Like that. Boom. So we have this nice, really adorable, like little private patio in here. And we can put some tables and stuff in here. And I'm thinking tables. I'm thinking about these. No, those are too small. Oh, these look pretty nice. We're going to have kind of a bunch of tables out here for their own private patio area. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And then we got to get some umbrellas for them. Umbrella. And not all of these work. See, like this doesn't work. Like, it doesn't render in properly. So we have the black umbrellas. Do I have any other ones? White umbrella. Ooh. I haven't used the white umbrellas yet. Let's use some of these. It's quite fancy. We won't put umbrellas on every table, just some of them. Like that. Ooh, that looks great. And then what would also really make this stand out is if we put potted plants along the edge here. And I have some nice ones, ferns? Is it ferns? No. Potted, no. Pot. How big are these? That's not what I want. Where is the potted plant that I want? Here's some more. I don't see it. You know where I think we used it? I think we used it way back in the day. You know, I think this was the last time we did a detailing episode. We detailed this Starbucks over here. And yes, this is where we used this other potted plant. So we detailed the Starbucks. Oh, it's abandoned. Oh, that's so sad. Our Starbucks is abandoned. There we go. Starbucks is back in working order. This is such a beautiful Starbucks. And I detailed this because I wanted to, like, copy and paste this throughout the town, and we never did. We never used it again. But I love, like, the potted plants that we used in here. So we used these, like, hedges, and then we also used these ferns in these pots, and they all look fantastic. Let me go ahead and grab one of these hedges. Grab one of these and copy this. And where were we at? We're down here. And so I think we'll kind of put this along the edge here. We're going to put a bunch of these in. Okay, so they're not really evenly spaced, but that's okay. Because we'll just take these and select them all like this. Oh, wrong. This one, I gotta get this one somehow. Shoot. Okay, I'll have to do it backwards. Okay, got them all selected, and then do the lineup objects trick. That puts them all evenly distributed across that whole area. And then let's go ahead and grab the other potted plant, which was the fern. Where was the fern? Okay, come back over here. Let's grab one of the ferns. We will copy it. And so for this one, I just want to use these like around the front of it. So like kind of around here. Now we'll leave this open so people can like walk through here. Put one there, and we'll put one right there. Yeah, just like kind of along this wall here. I think it just gives it a little bit of interest. All right, so I love that kind of hidden patio back in the back there. Now, back here, this is looking a little bit empty. And I think what I'd like to do back here is kind of fill this with some like luscious underbrush. Like I think they would plant some big trees and stuff back here. Not necessarily trees per se, but maybe some like bushes and stuff. And I could simply, a really simple trick would be to copy and paste stuff I've used over here. So I have some kind of nice bushes and stuff I've used in here. Maybe even, yeah, maybe throw in like a bunch of, maybe just throw in these. This is a banana bush, a fern, and some of these, I forget what these are called. But they're all really nice looking. So let's just grab all these kind of like trees along here. We'll grab like a segment like that. We'll copy it. Come back out here to our open spot along the building here. And then I will spin this around so that it's kind of lined up next to the building. And I'll kind of leave some open area so people can walk past through here. But I'll just do this, kind of like make it nice and snug together. And so yeah, that just puts in some nice kind of foliage and some color and some greenery along the side of that building so it doesn't look so barren. But it still leaves some pathway for people to like walk and enjoy the lawn and stuff like that. So yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do for this whole kind of area in here, and I really like it. Now we got a little bit more going on here with these like parking garages. I think realistically this would probably just all be paved over here, but I like the greenery, so we're going to keep the greenery. What I'm going to do around the parking garages is use some more flowers. So let's go ahead and look at our flowers. I'm thinking specifically, you know, we're really going to see this area. So let's use something really bold. Let's use our yellow flowers. These are really kind of like bright and visible. So we're going to use our line tool. We'll set it to the yellow flowers. Too far apart. We'll make them really close together. We'll run them all the way around. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Like that. Okay, that looks good. I would like to allow some pathways through here, so I'm just going to take these ones and just delete the two that are right here so people can just walk right across. Take that one. Take these two, and we'll take these two there. Yeah, just like that. And then maybe, oh yeah, let's just kind of connect these areas. Let's take one of these decals here. It's not going to really let me connect it in here. I wonder. I'd love to just use this as a little pathway. But you know what we could do? Let's grab this. Let's use our picker tool. We're going to grab this. And we're going to turn it into a procedural object, PO. I'm going to stick it down right down here. Edit it. Oh, this is perfect. So the texture, nothing changes with the texture, but just the sides. It's almost like we're cropping it. So this is perfect. Oh my goodness. All right, so I can just make it the exact size I want. I can move it exactly to where I want. Just like that. Perfect. And is there an easy way that I can copy it? Oh yeah, copy it like this. Copy. How do I paste it? I copied it. How do I paste it? I'm not the expert at procedural objects. But I assume there would be some way I can just paste it. Copy. Maybe there's a keybind for it. Procedural objects, keybinds, paste. Oh, Control V. Control V is how you do it. Okay, so maybe I could just go into procedural objects, do Control V. Oh, look at this! I'm learning something new today. So we can just place that down right there. And I could just do that over and over and over again. What a game changer. I'm trying to line this up a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, that looks great. Now this pavement is looking a little weird here. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's doing that. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. So we have little paved walkways into the parking lot that matches this paving over here, and I just think that looks really cool. All right, so what do you think of this area here? I think those little changes really make a difference and make this area pop. Look at this view in between these buildings. There's like a little frame here. Then you just see the trees popping in. And you're like, what is that cool courtyard in there? Oh, it's a beautiful courtyard. Look at that. So I like it. Let's see. Selling is talking about the other cities I'm working on. Well, what I've said before is when City Skylines 2 comes out, I'm mostly going to focus on City Skylines 2. I'm super excited about the new game, so that's probably when I'm going to play the most. Although I still want to, I want to do everything, but I'm probably still going to go back, especially the Canadian city. I love that Canadian city so much. We're for sure going to go back there, but I'm just focusing on this city right now because this is my biggest city, and I want to get as much of this done before City Skylines 2. So that's why we're playing so much of this. I am for sure going to go back to the Canadian city, though, at some point, because I just have been enjoying it so much. V5 says, you're calling out the occupants of interplanetary craft. Beam says, the new content creator packs come out May 23rd. Then City Skylines 2 will have bugs when it first comes out, so I would suggest waiting a little bit. V5 says, calling occupants of interplanetary most extraordinary craft. Stilling says, are you going to revisit your other cities? V5 says, you've been observing our Earth, and we'd like to make contact with you. We are your friends. Liam says, V5, haven't you seen Mars Attacks? Yikes. Greg says, there's no intelligent life forms here. V5 says, I never attribute malice to what might otherwise be explained by incompetence. Liam says, the movie V. V5 says, V for Vendetta. Liam says, just V. V5 says, I remember the series V from the 80s. Not all the aliens were evil. What about the San Francisco? Greg says, have any of you watched Resident Alien? B5 says, xenophobia runs strong in the American psyche. What's a resident alien? Liam says, yes, V in the 80s, and they did it again in 2009. Greg says, look it up in Google, V5. Liam says, even Men in Black. V5 says, what if aliens were not malevolent? Liam says, here comes the Men in Black. Greg says, as Liam says, Mars Attacks. Liam says, some are benevolent, others are malevolent, and have their own agendas, and some are sinister. B5 says, we don't know any benevolent or sinister, but Game 3 would suggest benevolent would be more likely given Earth's limited technology. Greg says, bees are aliens. Bees are aliens? What? Liam says, B5, which ones are you calling? E.T.? Greg is saying, Paul. B5 says, I don't have the EME set up, but if I did... I would be in favor of Contact. Liam says Contact was a great movie too. V5 says we can't relay any threat of alien civilization, so if they chose to contact us, most likely they are benevolent. If they feared us, they would just not talk at all. Liam says I can't forget Independence Day. V5 says Independence Day was a comedy. Greg says, what about the Borg? Liam says the Daleks from Doctor Who. Greg says he's so proud of himself. Liam says, exterminate. B5 says, yeah, it's hard to see what the Borg or Daleks would get from us. We can't even get to the nearest star in one lifetime. So Liam says, did you know how you can achieve the same result with the prop line tool? Liam says, they don't communicate as far as we know with us. So Liam says, have you not worked over by the YMCA yet? No, we haven't gone over there yet, Selying. Liam says, it's not a courthouse. It's not a courtyard unless it has seating and stuff. Larry James is in chat. Hey, man, welcome to the stream. V5 says, yeah, if they don't communicate, they do not exist, they've not considered us important, they fear us, or they might want to attack us for some resource we cannot identify. Larry says, I've just been here quiet. Selying says, what about the Autumn City and the military base city? We'll have to see, Selying. I don't know. I mean, none of us know what City Skylines 2 is going to be like, so we'll just have to wait and see. Selying says, Corrales has started playing Minecraft again recently. Yeah, you know, I'm starting to get a little tired of Corrales. And his because he's so inconsistent. Corrales used to be my favorite person on Hermitcraft, and he's just not anymore because he doesn't upload regularly. And when you are a full-time YouTuber with millions of people that watch your videos, I can only imagine what that's like. But for you to do that and just be so inconsistent, it just comes off to a viewer that used to like to watch him. It comes off as really like you don't care about your audience. So like Corrales was like gone for like months between postings, and then he came back on and started playing on Hermitcraft and was like, oh, I don't know anything that's going on the server. What is this? I don't know what this is. Like, dude, if you're going to skip all this time and not play, at least watch somebody else's videos who is playing so that you don't miss out on what's going on the server. Like, am I out of line here? I just feel like it's kind of inconsiderate to your fans. When I understand taking a break. Sometimes you just need to take a break and you're not inspired or whatever. But if you're taking a break, at least watch somebody else's videos so you can keep up to date on what's happening. And then when you're ready to come back, you can come back. Don't take a break and then completely ignore everything, so when you come back, you don't have a clue about what's going on. I just found the whole thing very frustrating, so I'm a little upset about at Corrales. V5 says, is it time for a like spike? Yeah, let's do a like spike. If you guys like my newly designed, detailed courtyard here, go ahead and hit that like button. In 3, 2, 1, like spike. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Greg says, no, silly. There's going to be bees around the flowers. Oh, okay. I thought you said the bees were aliens. No, he's talking about the flowers and there's going to be bees. Got it. Taco Time is in chat. Hey, man. Taco Time says, Zach, silly question. How do you move your cursor to another window without scrolling the city? Not sure if that makes sense. Oh, I can't do that. If I scroll to, like, my YouTube comments, it scrolls my city, too. Like, there's... I don't know how to stop doing that. Liam says, bees are extraterrestrials. Yeah, I don't know about that, Liam. Selling says, Design Candy has been incessant 2 years. And if not going to play for a while, let us know instead of ignoring us. Yeah, I try to do that too. Like, if I'm like taking a break, I try to like be very clear, like, okay, I'm going to take a break for a week or 2 weeks, but here's the day that I'm planning on coming back so that people know when you're coming back. I hate when you're following a YouTuber and they just stop posting. And they never they just don't tell you what's going on. I don't know if that's just me, but I find that incredibly frustrating. Just do one of those YouTube posts. Like a post on YouTube saying, okay, I'm going to take a break for a month. I understand if you want to take a break for a month, take a break for a month, but commit to when you're going to come back so that your fans know what's going on. It's just common courtesy. It's just polite. I don't know. Selling says, I find this frustrating. Yeah, Selling and I are on the same page with this. Oh, we got some happy people here. Why is that? Why is everyone happy? Maybe we won a game or something. Something else I wanted to talk about for a second. The new Star Wars game. So I've been thinking about playing the new Star Wars game. Everyone's playing it right now. All the big live streamers are playing it. There is no way I'm playing this game. Everybody's reviews are horrible. Just that there's so many bugs in the game. And apparently what's happened is they made the Star Wars game for PlayStation. And then they just ported that PlayStation version over to Xbox and the PC version. And I would be playing the PC version. Well, apparently, both the Xbox version and the PC version, crash all the time. And so it's I would be playing it and then it would just crash and I would lose all my progress. And it's I don't want to do that. And then I looked on Steam and it's $70. I can't remember ever paying $70 for a video game. That is so much money. I am not paying $70 for a game that's going to crash constantly. And this is one of the biggest video game releases of the year. How did they even do that? Why would they release their biggest video game that crashes all the time? You can if you just go into Steam, the Steam store, and look at the comments, there's all of these negative comments, oh, the game keeps crashing and all this stuff. And they had to have known that was happening. You can't have that many problems and not know about it. So they knew about this and then released the game anyway. That is really screwed up. I mean, yeah. So I know I've mentioned the Star Wars game a couple of times, but I'm not playing it anytime soon. They need to fix their game. Larry says the best Star Wars game was on Nintendo 64. I don't think I've played that one. B5 says, shiny happy people holding hands. Selling says, Design Candy was gone for 2 years in a row, only uploaded a couple of times, videos after uploading weekly for years, and has 2 YouTube video game channels that are still active. Okay, where are we at? Let's come over here, because Selyang wanted me to put a fence around this pool. You know what? There is a fence around the pool. Look at this, V5, there is already a fence on this pool. It's just really hard to see. Like, you can, like, barely see it from far away. But there is a fence here, so we don't have to worry about that. But you know what might make this look better? Is if we put some hedges around it. Because you can, like, barely see this fence, it does look weird. So let's put some hedges around it. It'll look better. Let's go to all. Let's go to hedge. And I have a bunch of different hedges. I think this was one I like. No. This one? Oh, that's a prop. I like these network ones. Oh, that's a gigantic hedge. Look at how tall that is. It's like 2 stories tall. We're not using that. Okay, that's also very tall. Is there a shorter one? No, these are the only 2 options I have. Well, we'll use the shorter one. I mean, I can do it with props as well, but I just prefer using the networks. Okay, so let's grab this node. Let's move it out to here. Grab this node and move it out to here. Then we'll keep on, keeping on. Down to this end. Down to this end. Then we'll move these nodes into place along here. Move this one right into the corner here. Yeah, and I do think that looks nicer. Move this a little bit closer in. Yeah, I like that. I would like to take the parking off of here because I think the parking looks kind of funny. Let's go into TMPE, say no parking. No parking on any of these. Oh, I like this loading dock right there. Okay, that looks nice. I feel, since this is the YMCA, I feel like we would have tables right here. I don't know why, I just feel like that would be a good call. Let's throw in some tables. We'll use our beer garden bench because these are the best ones. And let's just use our line tool. We'll turn them 90 degrees. Space these out. Yeah, we'll just do something like that. Have some nice picnic tables out here. I think that's nice. And maybe this would look nice with some clusters of flowers. Let's throw some different flower clusters around the back here. Let's look at my trees. Now I have these like pre-made clusters, which are very, very nice. We might just use some of these. Something like that. Some little clusters of bushes. I think I have some other clusters. These are some bigger bushes. Yeah, we can throw these like back in here. We do have this other pathway here. Yeah, we'll throw a nice big cluster of bushes right back here. Okay, so we have our cluster here, cluster there, and then these ones are bushes. And we're making this really like luscious and full of plants and stuff back in here, which I love. Okay, so we'll make this really full of plant life. We'll leave this kind of open here so that people have access to these doors. These are kind of going onto the pavement. I don't really like that. Let's replace this with some kind of flowering bush. What are these? Oh, these are nice. Yeah, maybe we put in some of these. Some nice pink flowers. Just some extra bushes along there. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And then back along here, it might look nice to throw in a little hedge of bushes along the back here. Just to add a little pop of color along here. Yeah, just has a little bit of greenery along there. All right. So those little additions worked out pretty good. Okay, now something else I want to do. Let's take this path here. Okay, I love these like brick pathways that we put in here. Let me line this up a little bit closer to the road. Like that. Push this over a little bit. I do like these trees that are just in here naturally. They're looking good. Push that in there. Push this a little bit over to this side. Yeah, I do like these trees here already. All right, we're going to leave this pathway there like this. But these pathways, I think we're going to adjust a little bit. Yeah, specifically all of these here. Let's grab this building and move it down just slightly. Just to give us a little bit of room by this path so we can move this down. Move this just a little bit more. Okay, that's nice. We'll move this just a little bit more. Move this one. We're just moving everything down a little bit. Why is this looking like that? Oh, because there's another pathway there. Okay, so let's line this up so it's right next to that pathway that comes out. Yeah, that looks better. All right, so we'll move this over just a touch. That looks good. We'll move this over just a touch. Oh, there's another pathway. Perfect. We can line that up with the pathway. Perfect. Then we'll move this over, and we have just enough room there. That is looking perfect. All right, little bits of adjustments. That really helps. Let's check on something. Hold on. Let me just check and see what is happening with our path units. Has this even changed at all? I think it's gotten worse. We're at 99% of capacity. I think we've maxed out. Yeah, we're at 99.4% of capacity. 99.6! We keep going up. There's got to be something wrong with my game. I mean, nothing looks abnormal. It's like, for the first time, all the trains are working. There's no train issues. How is this cargo? We built this cargo stop the other day. Has this been working? Let's check on this guy. Okay, it says it's not receiving anything over here. That's kind of odd. Although I do see a train. There's a train leaving from here. I do see a truck pulling into here, so people are using this. I don't see any airplanes, though. How about this cargo airport over here? Okay, this one is like full, chock full of airplanes. We got so many, we don't even know what to do with them all. This is so full of airplanes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it looks like everything is moving along. But yeah, we have maxed out on path units, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Selling says Design Candy was known for City Skylines, Planet Coaster, and Sims 4. I like the black fence you used earlier. The fence here looks like a construction fence. Liam says use the large hedge so people don't see me when I'm swimming in my birthday suit. B5 says the large hedge might also cut the wind. TMPE, I tried using lane connectors for the first item. Or for the first time. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, lane connectors are pretty cool. Something says Prez and Sam Burr, same thing, have not uploaded videos or streamed in a long time and have not updated us on us why. Prez kind of talked about it. In some of Prez's later videos and stuff, he kind of talked about how he wanted to change doing stuff on his channel. So he kind of addressed it. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I used to love Prez's videos. I used to love Sam Burr's videos. Yeah, they both just kind of disappeared. Prez had a huge audience. Like Prez was only streaming for he was only putting out videos for a short time, and he amassed this like massive channel. And then I guess he just didn't like doing it anymore. You know, he went to college and stuff too, so he's working on his career and stuff. Like YouTube is hard unless you want to like make it your career. At some point, it's like, why I can't afford to put all this time into YouTube when that's not going to be my career, you know? So I understand why people drop out, but I also agree if you're going to drop out, you should tell all your audience that you're dropping out. Selling says, I like how the pool has a water slide and diving pools. B5 says, what is everyone's favorite beer given the beer garden thing? Liam said, for the record, I don't drink, so I do not know. V5 says, I like Loki from Paddock Woods Brewing. Oh, that's a beer. Selling says, I like how the pool has changing rooms and showers. B5 says, he's talking, you guys are talking about root beer and all kinds of stuff. Selling says, you still have a lot of planes from the military city. You want to stop while the mods update after the game updates. Greg says that map broke. Yeah, I just haven't I haven't tried to open it since the last update. Selling says, I hope you finish all 4 of your cities before City Skylines 2 comes out. Well, I can try. Liam says, I don't think he will. Taco says, what is this mod on with the graphs? Oh, this mod is called More City Statistics. I love this mod because I love looking at statistics. I find this really helpful. Specifically, something that's really helpful in this mod is if I just deselect everything. If you go to industry areas, you can look at each industry area individually. So you can look at your farming. This is my farming, or let's just look at the profit. This is profit from my farming industry. You can see overall my farming industry has gone down. Whereas if you look in the base game, it just shows you your industry overall. Like, it doesn't go down to this level of detail. So this is great. So I got farming. This is my ore. Ore has not been doing that well. Forestry is losing money. Oof. What about oil? Oil is making money. Warehouses is losing lots of money. Oh my goodness. Fishing, let's look at fishing industry. Fishing industry is like my most profitable industry. That is wonderful. Wonderful to see. Anyway, that's the lovely thing about statistics. Taco says, what's the mod with the maps? What do you mean the mod with the maps? The map mod that I use is, it's called CSL Map View. This is really cool. This is one of my favorite mods of all time. You just, whenever you're in your game, you just hit export and run viewer. And this will open up a map of your city. And look at this. We can zoom in. This is the map of my entire city. Let me make it a little bit more zoomed in over here. So you can kind of see. Oh no! This only includes the middle 25 tiles. Oh my goodness, I never knew this. So see, most of my city is off the map. Over here on the edge. And oh no, over here, the Lost Plateau oil industry is not even on here. That is wild. Okay, well, I guess this isn't as useful as I thought it was. It only gives you the middle 25 tiles. Why? That's so frustrating. But anyway, this is really helpful because you can see down here, like this is the stadium area we're working on. It shows you your road layouts. It shows you all your mass transit. See, here is my trolley bus that goes around downtown. We have a bus route here. This is very helpful for identifying like your mass transit routes, which we need to do a review of. So we have no mass transit out at the festival area up here. Oh, that's so annoying. Selling says the map for the military base might be broken, or it might not be broken. Greg says, I have diabetes. I can only have soda once in a blue moon. V5 says the military map was so old it did not include water pollution. Greg says, I think Zach said it started crashing on him after the last updates. Selling says, Design Candy got invited by Prez to build in one of his cities, but he relocated the build he did. Selling says, because each of your cities are all different and unique, I like them all. Well, thank you, man. Taco says, I work in data, so this mod is my dream. Selling says, Bunny Films is off and on. Tell us why he is sometimes not uploading. Biffo uses City Skylines map view. V5 says, wow, if only someone would have got a metro up to the farm. Liam says he said that on purpose. Taco Time says, one of the things I fear about City Skylines 2 is how long it will take to have some of the same high-quality mods. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time before we get all of our favorite mods back. But, you know, not everybody plays with mods. In fact, I would say a very small percentage of people play with mods. But that percentage is like the die-hard City Skylines fans who play it, like, you know, multiple times a week. Those are all the people who use mods. Selling says there's a mod on the workshop that allows you to have real maps in the city. V5 says City Skylines 2 will probably be expensive when it first comes out, and then the price should drop. I hope so. All right, okay, so we moved all these paths around. What I want to do is put... Uh-oh. Oh gosh, it froze for a second. I almost freaked out. I'm using too many mods. Okay, what I want to do is the same technique we did before. I want to use tulips on these pathways. So let's look up tulips. And let's just use some like different colors and stuff. So we're going to use the white ones along here. Okay, so we'll use some white ones along here. We'll put them on this side as well. Run them right through the trees. Look at that beautiful pathway. Even with this little pathway off to the side here breaking it up, it still looks fantastic. Okay, so we got the white here. Okay, let's do a different color. Let's use the orange on this one. This will be the orange pathway. Orange up to there, orange up to here. And then like that. All right, and then let's use, for over here, let's use yellow. Throw in some yellow tulips. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Okay, so these all have tulips here. Do we want to put tulips along this one? Yeah, why not? We'll do it here too. So this one, let's use some pink tulips. Do it there, there. Then all along to the end. Yeah, I think that's looking great. Okay, now back here, we desperately need more parking over here. So the only parking in this block is we have this nice big parking garage. So, I mean, this is enough parking. And I know this seems pretty far away from these guys, but honestly, this is how inner city living is like. I remember back when I had my apartment in downtown Los Angeles, it was just like this. And it was very frustrating. I had an apartment in kind of it was a skyscraper type building. I had what would you call it? It's like I wouldn't call it a condo, but it was like a loft. It was more like a loft kind of thing. So I had a loft in like a tall skyscraper in downtown LA, and you would have to there was no parking for the building. Like you had an apartment with no parking. And so, you know, in downtown LA there was all these like parking garages around. And so you would have to contract out for a parking garage to get a parking space. And so you'd park in the parking garage and then walk down the street to get to your building. And, you know, whenever you had to bring in groceries or packages or anything, you'd have to cart them back and forth between your car and your place in the parking garage. That's just how inner city living works. So that is going to be a little bit further away, but I think we could still put parking spots down here since these are the old style commercial buildings that we added in the other day. And I do love these kind of old, rundown, kind of historic buildings. I think they look pretty sweet. So I would like to put parking like along here. Now, I don't know how much room we have, but I think there would be, there'll be a good amount of room. You know what we could do? No, I don't want to overdo it. Here's what we're going to do. Let's put in... What does Surface Painter look like here? Oh, this is really nice. Look at how the Surface Painter looks next to this street edge. It doesn't delete the sidewalk like it would normally do with the other street. The other type of streets. So this looks really nice. Okay, so we're going to just use this Surface Painter here. And paint this all in, except we'll leave some space for the tulips. Don't want to destroy the tulips. Do it on that side. We'll do it on this side. We're just paving the road. We'll leave this little bit open over there. Okay, so then on top of this, what we'll do, in fact, I'll take just a section out of there. Then we'll use these parking spaces just along here. Looks like we just have enough room to put a couple of different ones in. So maybe here, can we fit 2 of these in? Maybe. Nope. So let's line these up as best as we can. We'll give them a little bit of room here. Kind of center that a little bit. Let's move these together. Oh, look, we already have parking. All right, that looks pretty nice. Oh, it's already full of parking. Wow, people really miss parking over here. Yeah, I kind of like this. Hold on, let me look for something. You know, I wonder if I can use these over here. These are... That looks kind of cool. These are little station platforms. You're supposed to use these with little station areas. They're a little bit bulky. They kind of look kind of cool, but they're a little bit bulky for this area, so I don't think we're going to use them. It was a good idea. Anyway, I'll do some more detailing up with this a little bit later. But something I do want to put in, especially in this area over here, is some gazebos. I know some of you have talked about gazebos. So let's find some gazebos. And I wanted to save the gazebos for this area over here. I feel like this is the perfect gazebo hotspot. So let's see what gazebos we got. We have a bunch of different options, but I think the park versions are like the best ones. So let's just go, and luckily we have a road right here. So we can kind of just put these in. One right there. And, oh, it'll even connect to the pathway. Just like that. So we have two nice, lovely gazebos in here. We could even stick another one. No, it's too far away from the road. Oh, we could, it will actually go pretty far from the road. So maybe, let's just move it and adjust these a little bit. Move this a little bit over this way, swing it around. Yeah, just have these kind of like this. This one kind of like this over here. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, let's throw in some more of the linden trees that we used on this side. Let me just grab this. We'll grab one of these trees. Boom. These are the perfect trees to go right next to these gazebos. Oh, it grabbed the wrong one. That's okay. I can find it. We're looking for the adult linden, which is this one. Yeah, oh, this is perfect. Just perfect. Throw another one back here. Maybe we'll throw a different kind of tree in there, just to switch things up. But yeah, that's a nice look right there. Got some lovely trees. And you know what I'd also like to throw in is some bike parks, which is this is one of my favorite things to do when I'm detailing, is throw in bike parks. They're made by Larry Skylines, and he might have taken these off the workshop or adjusted them or something, but I got these little ones that would fit in perfectly right here next to the parking. Maybe like right here. Oh yeah, right there. Look at that. Little tiny bike park. How adorable is that? Right at the end of this old historic street. I love it. I'm missing some of your chats here. Hold on. Liam says City Skylines 2 Vanilla might be much better, though. Taco Time says modded City Skylines is surprisingly stable. Hopefully not jinxing Zach with that comment. Selling says there are lots of people who play with mods and assets and do vanilla cities, but others only do vanilla cities or custom cities. There are lots of people who play with mods and assets and do vanilla cities. Oh, I just read that. Greg says you want more bees. Liam says City Planner Plays with his Verde Beach shows you what you can do with vanilla. V5 says parking, you cannot have enough parking. Greg says you need some monorail. Liam says yes, it's the loop though. Greg says I almost forgot the code word. V5 says when Zach was in LA, did he compare business cards like in American Psycho? Yeah, I've been, you know, I was pretty close to that. It's pretty close to that. Was pretty close to my experience. I worked in when I lived in LA. I worked in Hollywood, producing movies, and the movie industry is a really cutthroat place to be. I'm actually glad that I no longer work there, because I'm such a happier person, just in general. But let me tell you, When I was making movies, I was cutthroat too. You have to be cutthroat in order to survive. So yeah, I did have some American Psycho moments. I will admit that. Greg says, you like your Reese's loopy. B5 says, tiptoe through the tulips. Liam says, I like my Reese's straights. No loops. Larry says, how are they spawning on pause? Liam says, I thought LA has loads of parking. Oh, wait, that's the freeways. Who mentioned gazebos? I thought V5 says pergolas. V5 says, I used the wrong word. Liam says, I think they can see those over the hedges. Did you see the writers are on strike? Yeah, I saw the writers are on strike. I gotta say, the writers always choose the worst possible moments to go on strike. Do you remember the writers also went on strike during the 2008 financial crisis? They're like, there's a financial crisis going on. Let's also go on strike and make everything worse in the city of LA. That's kind of what's happening right now. We're kind of in a banking crisis, and LA is deciding to shut down because of the writer's strike. Like, they choose the worst possible moments to do this. And it only hurts themselves. Like, the studios don't care. They're like, okay, go on strike. And I mean, it would be better for the writers if they went on strike during good economic times. Like, they don't time their strikes very well. V5 says the best time to go on strike is when you are needed the most. Larry James says, yep, cut my shoe short. All right, well, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to still continue to work on this area a little bit. Probably not tonight, but there's more detailing I want to do here. But hopefully today's stream gave you kind of an idea of what I do when I detail. It's just putting in trees and flowers and parking and all kinds of stuff. And I really like what we've done in this area. Oh gosh, we didn't even touch this area here. We did nothing to this little spot. So anyway, I have got more work to do here. I really love this little section though. So it's just a way to bring your cities more to life. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thank you, everybody who stopped by the stream today. Thank you, Liam and Greg and V5 and Larry James and Sel Yang and everybody. Everyone remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.